Hello everybody, this is DigiDog. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And in last month's video, I briefly talked about why you shouldn't get a 2060 Super.
60 Super, I don't like the fact that it's Super. If it was a non-Super, I would go for that, but
with a non-Super, I would go for that. With a non-Super, I would go for that.
And I want to elaborate on that. Is that the correct term? I hope it is. So today we will be talking about why is the 2060 Super a bad value. Before we look at the benchmarks for this, which I will show you, I am just gonna talk to you about the price, because as you probably know, value isn't only talked about with the benchmarks, it's talked about with the price, which that's like half of it. Okay, so first things first, we have the RTX 2060, and then you have the 2060 Super, and then you have the 2070, then you have the 2070 Super and the 2080. Okay, so let me discuss why I chose each one. I chose the 2060 because that is like one of the viable options that I think you should go for if you watch this video and you realise, I don't think it's a good idea to get a 2060. I do believe that that is one of the viable options. And then we have the one that we're all talking about, the 2060 Super, and then we have the 2070, and then we have the 2070 Super, and then we have the 2080. And the 2080, just an example I put in there, just to say it's like a control for what a high-end GPU would look like, but that in itself is quite bad value. But we might look at that in a future video. Just let me know if you would like to see that. Oh yeah, and the 2070 is also an option I would suggest going for if you don't want to go for the 2060 Super, which I suggest you don't go for the 2060 Super. But to tell you more about this, I will go over to talk about the pricing. So yeah, it has the 2060 costs £350, and then the 2060 Super costs £90 more than that. Is it a £90 difference? I'm pretty sure it isn't a £90 difference. But let me tell you why when we get to the benchmarks. And just for 60 quid more than that, you can get the 2070, which performs better than the 2060 Super. So, like, if you're gonna spend another £90 and have a minimum performance increase, you should probably get a larger performance increase and go with the 2070, if you ask me. And if you pay another £50 more than that, according to Nvidia, you can get superpowers. Yes, that's right. Anyway, I know the card I'm currently roasting in this video is a super variant of a card. However, it's like this specific card, I'm telling you this now, but it is one of the worst of the super variants, okay? I can tell you that right now. Anyway, okay, let's go into the benchmarks, why don't you? before we get into the benchmarks, I just want a quick disclaimer, and this disclaimer is that I do not own any of these games or any of these graphics cards, and all the benchmarks is just an average of information I found online. So there probably will be a few flukes here, but it'll probably have enough accurate results for the message to get across. So yeah, let's go to the first benchmarks. I don't like these video games. It's just the ones I found convenient. I might like them in the future, but now I definitely do not like them. Just have to get that out of the way. So first benchmark is Doom Eternal. On the 2060 we got 134 FPS. On the 2060 Super we got 154 FPS, and that is like a 20 FPS increase. And when you get into the hundreds of FPS and over the 144 FPS mark, is it really worth 90 quid to get an extra 20 FPS? Well, if you ask me, I don't. And as I say, there will be flukes, and the difference between these two cards is definitely a fluke. The 2070 performing identical to the 2060 Super. No cards perform exactly the same, at least of the same variant. Okay, then we have the 2070 Super, and this definitely proves that that was a fluke. We got 198 FPS, which is definitely worth you 50 quid to get superpowers. But as I say, fluke. 2080, 200 FPS, as I say, Control, high-end card. Anyway, the next game is Rainbow Six. I'm not gonna say the rest of it, it's because I am a awful person, and we have the 2060 coming in around 164 FPS, which is good, but the 2060 Super comes around 181 FPS, which according to my calculator, which may be wrong, but it probably isn't, it's a calculator, is a 17 FPS increase. I'm pretty sure that won't be noticeable, okay? I am 100% sure it won't be noticeable. In fact, okay, so yeah, 2070 we got 184 FPS. As I say, for just a few quid more, you're probably better off going. Sorry, a few tens of quid more. You're probably going for the better going for the 2070. I know the increase in performance isn't that drastic here, but compared to the increase in performance over the 2060 to the 2060 Super, if you're gonna go that route and you want the highest frame rate possible, you probably want to go for the 2070. Then the 2070 Super came in at 205 FPS, and then the 2080 came in at 260 FPS. As I say, I think this is the one with the least flukes, which is nice. Anyway, The Witcher, really hate this game. Probably hate this one the most. Don't hate them, I just don't play them. Anyway, let's get off the irrelevant information train and go on the Witcher 3 benchmarks train, because isn't that a good segue? 2060, 120-ish FPS. 2060 Super, 165 FPS, which is around about a 46 FPS increase. Bear in mind, you can get like a 40 FPS card for 80 quid. Well, not for Witcher 3, but for other games, like esports games. is that really worth 90 quid? I don't think it is personally. And plus, you're not going to be buying a gaming computer just to play video games. You're probably going to do maybe some browsing of the internet at least, or maybe some content creation. And I hope you do that with these higher end GPUs, otherwise you just, I don't agree with you. Anyway, let's go on to the 2070. 164 FPS fluke! 2070 Super 165 FPS, another fluke. 2080 184 FPS. At the end we'll have an overall benchmarks with the average from all 4 of these games, just to try and eliminate any flukes, so you will get a bit of a better idea. Anyway, Assassin's Creed, I hate this game. I seem to hate lots of games, but anyway, with the 2060 we got 67 FPS, and then with the 2060 Super we got 70 FPS, and like, for that 3 FPS, for that 3 FPS increase, is it worth 90 quid? No, it is not worth 90 quid is the correct answer. The 2070 we got 76 FPS. This one varies the least in my opinion. The 2070 Super we got 78 FPS, and with the 2080 it oofed. And I don't mean the video cards died, I mean that the benchmarks I did record, I couldn't find any information on how the 2080 performed, but the 2080 is just a control, so it's probably fine. So last but not least, let's have a overall thing benchmarky. Anyway, I like this because it displays it nice and easily, and it has less flukes, and it just looks better the way it's placed out. Because, as I say, you're not going to be buying a gaming computer for just one game. If you are, just kidding, I don't hate you, I just don't want to play video games with you. Anyway, we have the 2060, which is going around 121 FPS, and we have the 2060 Super, which is getting 10 FPS more, because that's definitely worth your 90 quid, isn't it? And then we have the 2070, we got another one. The 2070 performs 144 FPS, and if you want the maximum performance, go for the 2070, not the 2060 Super. And if you don't care about performance and you just want to get a video card in that price range, you should go with the 2060. As I say, the 2070 Super got 161 FPS, and the 2080 got 214 FPS. So to conclude, we have why the 2060 Super a bad value? Well, the answer is because they are charging you 90 quid more than the 2060 to get a little bit more of a performance bump, and if you're paying that much, you might as well pay another 60 quid to get the 2070 Super. No, not the 2070 Super, the 2070, because that performs way better than the 2060 and quite a decent bit better than the 2060 Super. So don't get the 2060 Super. I hope I'm making myself clear. At the moment, at time of writing, I really do not recommend this card, okay? Maybe it's good on the used market, I don't know, I don't go around there, but please, for the love of love, please do not use that card at the moment, okay? That is my simple request. Do not buy the 2060 Super unless you're getting it for free. Obviously it's a better card than the 2060, or if you're getting it at the same price as the 2060. Anyway, I hope you've all had a wonderful day, and I will see you later, hopefully. Anyway, I'm gonna mute myself. Bye.